A mix of sun and clouds today here in the district. We have more clouds coming, though, for your Monday before showers and potentially a few storms come Tuesday.
This morning on DC News Now, the family of a woman who died in an apartment fire filed a lawsuit against the apartment management building. What they're now asking to be done. And the husband of missing Mansses Park mother headed back to court when we could learn about a trial date. Plus, a D.C. council member pleading not guilty in a federal bribery case, the impact on the race and re-election, and will people vote for him if he does run?
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
We have reached the 8 o'clock hour on this Sunday right here on DC News Now. We begin with a live look outside. This is over the National Cathedral. It looks pretty picture perfect out there right now. Love the little color, the hues in the sky look super pretty. Is it going to be cloudy? Is it going to be rainy? Are we going to see the sun? We'll have those answers in just a bit. But first, we want to say good morning. Thanks for starting your Sunday with us here on DC News Now. I'm Tosa Fakila. Your top stories coming in just a bit. But the man with your weather answers today is meteorologist Derek Bone. All right, Derek, give it to us straight. Sun, cloud, rain. Which one are we getting today?
Not rain. That is one thing that we're not going to see for today. We will see the sun as well as the clouds, however. Mostly cloudy skies at Reagan, 67 degrees currently. Here in the northwest, we are sitting under partly cloudy skies. We're having northeasterly winds at around 8 miles per hour this morning. Our temperatures yesterday were around 86 degrees, and even portions of yesterday afternoon, if you were out and about underneath that sunshine, it felt quite warm. But with the extra clouds today, it may feel just a smidge cooler out and about the DMV. We're looking at temperatures right now into the 40s and 50s across the Shenandoah Valley, Cumberland Valley up into the 60s, heading down towards DC and areas to the south there into the 50s and 60s. Nice and warm in 71 for Lexington Park, and looks like they're going to see a few more clouds today rather than not. That's why they are at that warm temperature already this morning. Right now, nothing much here on satellite and radar, just those clouds passing by us to the south and a few extra clouds coming in here in the district here and there. We'll have more clouds, though, coming for your Monday.
We begin with breaking news this morning. Arlington County Police investigating an armed robbery that involved a shooting. That information coming into our newsroom about 50 minutes ago. Police say it happened on North Glebe Road. They say a man was shot and is in critical but stable condition. According to police, 4 suspects left the scene in a car. We're told to expect police presence to continue in that area. Stay with DC News Now. We'll bring you the latest on this investigation on air and online. Your time is 8:02 on this Sunday morning, and the family of a woman killed in a Silver Spring apartment fire filing a lawsuit against the building management and owners. It's been a little more than a year and a half since Melanie Diaz died in the fire at Arrive Silver Spring apartment. DC News Now's Dave Laval reports on the family's emotional plea.
The family of Melanie Diaz originally planned to come to Silver Spring Thursday to celebrate her 27th birthday. Instead, they filed a federal lawsuit against those they blame for her death.
I don't know. have a chance to talk to my daughter anymore.
A distraught Cesar Diaz speaks Saturday on the federal lawsuit his family filed against Arrive Silver Spring and its parent company, Trinity Properties, for the death of his daughter, Melanie.
Some people like to cut the corners and save money and didn't want to give it to my family or my daughter safety.
The 25-year-old died February 18th last year after a fire started in a 7th-floor apartment. Diaz lived on the 9th floor and tried to escape in a stairwell from a building that did not have an automatic sprinkler system.
Melanie was a superstar.
Matthew Christ is the family's attorney. Among the allegations in the lawsuit, the building had faulty or no smoke detectors in apartments, and a fire safety door on the 7th floor failed on the day of the fire.
And allowed the door to stay open, letting in dark plumes of smoke that would have disoriented Melanie or other residents who would have relied on that evacuation stairwell.
Chris says the family filed the suit after Arrive and its parent company did not respond to demands. The suit seeks $2.3 million in damages under Maryland's Wrongful Death Act, plus another $225,000 in economic damages.
No money is going to replace any life.
Neither Arrive or its parent company responded to our request to comment. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
You just have to feel for that family, Dave. Thank you for that report. 8:04, a water main break in Washington County causing officials to ask people there to conserve water. It happened yesterday on Virginia Avenue near I-70 overpass. This break caused the entire surrounding area to be without water, and Route 11 was closed in both directions. People who were affected were able to pick up bottled water at the Halfway Fire Department in Hagerstown. The people who live there are expected to have had their water restored back to normal. In Prince George's County, crews worked to put out a house fire in Fort Washington. The fire broke out at a home on Traverse Way. This was at about 1 p.m. yesterday. Fire crews say thankfully no one was hurt. And police, they're investigating a deadly shooting and a separate deadly stabbing. This all in Maryland. In Capitol Heights, police found a man shot along Marblewood Avenue at about 6 yesterday morning while responding to a welfare check. We're told that person died a short time later at the hospital. Police don't have any suspects in custody, but anyone with information is asked to contact police. And still in Prince George's County and Temple Hills, officials say a man was stabbed in a parking lot on 23rd Parkway. We're told it happened just after 10 Friday night in the Hillcrest Heights neighborhood. The victim died at the hospital. Police say they have identified everyone involved in that incident. And police say a man is dead after a shooting on New Hampshire Avenue in Prince George's County. Police found a man with gunshot wounds in a wooded area when they responded to that place just after 4 p.m. yesterday. We're told the person died at the scene. Detectives are working to find a suspect or motive in the case. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. Over in the district, police are investigating a shooting in Southeast. Officers responded to Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue at about 3:45. They found a man who had been shot but was conscious and breathing. Police are looking for two men wearing white tank tops and black pants who were last seen at the 3100 block of Esther Place in Southeast. A small plane crashed at the end of a runway at BWI Airport. That is according to airport officials. It happened yesterday afternoon. Officials say none of the 3 people on board were seriously hurt, and there was no impact on air traffic. The FAA, we're told, has been notified. Your time is 8:07. A mother not happy with the sentencing of 2 former D.C. police officers found guilty of covering up a deadly moped chase. Back in 2020, officials say Officer Terrence Sutton Jr. and Lieutenant Andrew Zabowski chased Caron Hilton Brown in Northwest D.C. after seeing him drive a moped on a sidewalk. The 20-year-old was followed for 10 blocks through the Brightwood Park neighborhood and into an alley before a driver hit him. He later died from those injuries. Hilton Brown's mom says she feels the officers involved should have been handed a tougher punishment.
How can you not put value on my child's life? He sat there, he scolded them, he knew they were wrong. You're convicted of murder. If this was reversed, if this was a black man, he'd have been locked up.
Both officers were not held on bond. The judge says the officers are not flight risks. Their attorneys plan to appeal. Happening tomorrow, the husband of the missing Mansses Park mother, Monte Kafle Bott, her husband returns to court, and the start of a trial date is expected to be set tomorrow. Bott's husband, Naresh, was arrested in connection to her disappearance a few weeks ago. He waived the rights to a grand jury. He's charged with concealing a dead body. Naresh's attorney are arguing that Mamta could still be alive, and they're asking prosecutors to turn over more evidence. D.C. Councilmember Trayon White pleading not guilty to 1 count of federal bribery. And this is happening as his campaign says he's staying in the race for re-election. D.C. News Now's Mariel Carbone spoke with some voters who are divided on the matter.
Outside a federal courthouse Thursday, supporters stood by Ward 8 council member Trayon White.
God is good. God is good, man.
The council member pleading not guilty to one count of bribery, accused of agreeing to accept $156,000 in exchange for his influence on city contracts. The court appearance happening just hours before a district deadline for council candidates to withdraw their name from the November ballot.
We must vote. We must not let this deter us.
According to the Board of Elections, White will stay in the race. His campaign manager, Freya Moore.
We will continue to be in the community as always to continue and further his work.
I'll say he has bigger fish to fry.
Some voters like Quentin Lewis say they're surprised by the decision.
I think he's better off dropping out the race.
This guy has never been a good representative for our Ward 8.
Others, like longtime Ward 8 resident Earl Rodriguez, say voters deserve better.
I know you're innocent until proven guilty, but the reality is, and get out of the way, you're about to get locked up.
Currently, 4 write-in candidates are vying for White's seat, plus Republican candidate Nate Derench and White himself. In a statement, Ward 8 Democrats, who endorsed White earlier this year, said the organization is focused on encouraging participation in the election. Writing, we urge all Ward 8 Democratic voters to make informed decisions on what's at stake in this election.
And that was our Mariel Carbone reporting. At this point, no trial date has been set in Trayon White's case. White's next court date is after the November election. Mail-in ballots go out across the district at the end of this month. All right, it's time to check in with Derek on our forecast.
And we're going to see a mix of sun and clouds as we head about today, but we're also tracking a system down to our south that is impacting the Carolinas as we head over the next 12 to 24 hours or so with the tropical system that may develop later on today. We, of course, have the remnants of Francine as well impacting the southeast, as well as adding some flooding for them. All in all, we are tracking the Carolina system because it's going to impact our weather as we head into your Tuesday.